Every video I've made about becoming a GRC engineer sells you the upside: higher pay, more interesting work, and a real path to CISO potential. All of that is true. None of it is the whole story. Here's what those videos don't show you: the real time costs of the skill itself, why the hybrid role I'm building toward doesn't have a settled name yet, the part of the job that isn't technical at all, and what it actually costs you before you commit. If you've watched enough of these videos, mine included, you've probably built a picture in your head where this transition is mostly just upside with some studying in between. I want to be honest about the part of the picture that usually is missing. Every working build you've ever seen from me or anyone else hides how long it actually took to get there. The 6-week challenge that built the technical foundation for most of what's on this channel happened on top of a full-time job, not instead of one. And the struggle inside that time is real too. One bug took 3 separate wrong theories before the actual cause turned up. Hours of testing dead ends before the right one. That's not a content creation problem. That's just what learning a genuinely new technical skill set actually costs, whether or not anyone's filming it. The finished portfolio project you're comparing yourself to took unglamorous hours to get there. That's true for mine, and it'll be true for yours too. If you want a structured starting point instead of piecing together your own plan from scratch, that's part of why I put together a free portfolio kit. It's linked below. The hybrid role I'm actually building toward doesn't even have a settled name yet. GRC engineering itself is still an emerging specialization. The hybrid role I'm actually building toward, GRC engineering applied specifically to AI governance, doesn't have an established title, a standard interview loop, or a well-worn promotion path, the way that a software engineer or a security analyst does. You're not following a ladder, you're building one while you climb it. That's a real cost. It also means less competition for the people willing to tolerate the ambiguity. Building the automation is the easy part. Getting anyone to actually use it is the real job. Even a working CI gate or evidence pipeline doesn't enforce itself into a company's culture. Someone still has to negotiate it into a sprint backlog, push back when a deployment gets blocked, and do it without making an enemy of the engineering team. If you want a job that's purely heads down technical work with no stakeholder management, this isn't fully that. The code is maybe 40% of the job. The other 60% is getting people to actually trust and adopt what you built. Here's a real number to weigh against the time you'd actually spend, not just the pay at the finish line. According to Cloud Security office hours, entry-level cloud GRC roles run roughly $90K to $130K, climbing to $170K to $230K at senior levels, with a path toward $250K plus at the VP or CISO level. Worth verifying these yourself against the levels.fyi or current BLS data, rather than taking any one source's word for it. But even directionally, the honest comparison isn't this path versus doing nothing. It's this path with its real-time costs and its undefined ladder versus a fast, credential-based path with a clearer, more immediate return. Both are legitimate choices. The upside is real. So is the time you're actually trading for it. Run the comparison honestly before you commit either way. This isn't a video talking you out of it. It's a video giving you the real inputs to decide for yourself. For me, the honest reason isn't the salary number. It's that this is the first time in years I've actually enjoyed building something. That's a personal reason, and it's not going to be everyone's reason. If you'd rather have predictable hours and a defined ladder than ambiguity and a bet on an emerging title, that's not a wrong answer. It's just a different one than mine. The upside videos already exist, mine included. This was the other half, so your decision is actually informed instead of just inspired. Every video I've made about this sells the upside. Now you've got the other half too. That's the actual full picture, not just the highlight reel. Subscribe for weekly GRC and AI governance intel. Grab the free GitHub Portfolio Starter Kit linked below if you want a real head start instead of a blank page. Comment with the real cost from this list that worries you most. I want to know which one actually gives you pause.